Sarah Wofford here. I'm in my home. I apologize for background noise. The swamp cooler is on. It is 100 degrees out there. I am not turning it off. I live on a busy street. Anyway, I'm here to show you a harvest dance that I made up, and this is for use in celebrating Lammas or any other harvest festival. This is a collection of motions that represent growing and harvesting wheat or other grains. I do use the word wheat once. There's a chant that goes with it, that goes with the motions. And the chant is it's a call and response kind of thing. So I'll say the first line and you all repeat the second line. And it will go back and forth like that. And the line that I speak will always have a verb in it. And that verb is basically the first word of your response. And so your response is basically do it well, where do is whatever verb it is that happens to be in the sentence I say. So like the first one is sow the seed into the soil. And so your response would be sow it well, sow it well. The verb isn't always the first word in what I say. So for example, rain and sun will help them grow it well, grow it well. Okay. Instead of rhyming, I'm using alliteration for the poetic form. So, the first set of actions is sowing seed. So I have in mind you're holding a bag. By the way, you can do these actions sitting down. You don't have to get up and move around. You can totally just do the hand motions. And there's your dance. If you do want to move around, if we're together in a circle, you could do slight sideways steps so that the whole circle is gradually moving around, or slight forward steps in the direction you're moving. But they should be small steps because the main motion is up here. And of course we want the circle to go sunrise, don't we? All right, so sowing the seed is scattering the seeds on the soil. So sow the seed into the soil, sow it well, sow it well. I like to sway with a little bit. Rain and sun will help them grow them well, grow them well. See, rain and sun will help them grow them well, grow them well. I'm looking at my whiteboard because that's where my notes are. All right, then we have to reap when this is all grown. So imagine we're not going to use sickles, that's hard. We're going to use a scythe. I realize you should be using a combine harvester, but I don't have one of those. So I have an imaginary scythe. And you can really get your body into this if you want to, or you can just do this from your armchair. So scythe the what? The verb is reap, not scythe. Scythe is the instrument. All right. Reap the wheat with scythe so sharp. Reap it well, reap it well. Reap the wheat with scythe so sharp. Reap it well, reap it well. And by the way, it doesn't go any faster than this. Then we gotta thresh it. I skipped gathering. Just like I skipped tilling. Right? We're not gonna do everything tonight. So we've gathered it up. So now we have to thresh the stalks with your flail, right? Farmer's flail. So two big sticks with a string connecting them, and so when you're holding one and you swing it, the other one wraps around and whacks the stalks. So thresh the stalks with farmer's flail. Thresh them well, thresh them well. And then we have to separate the wheat from the chaff, and that's called winnowing. And winnowing is done by wind. So you either use natural wind, if you've got a breeze or a wind, or you create your own with a fan. So you pour the grain, and as it pours out, the chaff is blown away because it's so light, and the grain is what's left. So We're going to do the motion of the wind though. So you can certainly do this if you want for the wheat falling down. But what I had in mind was wind will winnow chaff from wheat. Winnow well, winnow well. Wind will winnow chaff from wheat. Winnow well, winnow well. And then there's grinding. You've got to grind the grain. You've got your wheat berry now. It's got to be ground into flour. So I'm going to use a great big grinder. You could use a little bitty grinder or industrial size here. Grind the golden grain to flour. Grind it well. Grind it well. Then we have to mix the flour and other things together to make a dough. So mix the flour to make the dough. Mix it well. Mix it well. If you want to stir, that's fine. Then we have to knead the dough so that we break up all those fibers and allow the bread to rise. So knead the dough to make it rise. No. Knead the dough so it may rise. Knead it well. Knead it well. We're going to repeat each of these twice when we do it, but it takes longer to teach it than it does to do it. Then we bake it. My oven's right in front of me. Bake the bread to golden brown. Bake it well. Bake it well. So bread's done. Before we eat, let's make an offering. We are, after all, pagans, right? We're going to celebrate and thank the gods. Let's do that. Or at least, if we're animists, thank the spirits of nature and so on that are giving us these things, and that, in fact, thank the food itself that we are about to eat, right? So make an offering in thanks. Thank them well. Thank them well. Make an offering in thanks. Thank them well. Thank them well. And finally, gather in to share the feast. What's my verb? This is the tricky one. This is the last one. Enjoy it well. Enjoy it well. Gather in to share the feast. Enjoy it well. Enjoy it well. Yum! And that's the end. Oh, and of course there's the dog. Hey, Lexi, be quiet, please. Hang on. Just a second. How dare anyone walk down her street lane? So, okay, just a little bit about the pace. So, sow the seed into the soil, sow them well, sow them well. Rain and sun will help them grow, grow them well, grow them well. That's sort of the pace. And so if you want to provide some rhythm, you could use a shaker or something to beat on, a drum or a bucket or whatever. And so sow the seed into the soil, sow them well, sow them well. Something like that. Okay. So that's it. We just do all of that, and that's the dance. I was about to start out by tripping.